Hello and welcome to my first YouTube series, and this is Pokemon Emerald. I will be doing a Nuzlocke, and I am munching Blue too. And here we go. So, what a Nuzlocke is, I'll explain, but, so a Nuzlocke is a way to play a Pokemon game where there are three main rules. The first main rule is that you can only catch the first Pokemon on each route, and if you don't catch them, then you can't catch any other Pokemon from that route. The second rule is if a Pokemon faints, it's done for good, and you can never use it again. Third, you have to nickname all your Pokemon just to make it like a close relationship between you and your Pokemon. I usually do a theme. I don't think I'm gonna do a theme this time, but I usually do a theme when I do my own. But I'm not gonna stick to a concrete theme. So yeah, my first YouTube series. I'm excited for this. Here we go. Pokemon Emerald. Pokemon Emerald is a very fun game in my mind. It's not my favorite of the series, but it's definitely a good mix of challenge and fun. And yeah, I'm excited for it. So here we go. We're in the moving truck. Classic Hoenn beginning. And yeah, here we go. Walk out of the truck. And I am playing this on an emulator, mostly because I do not have the technology to record it any other way. So I do have the capabilities of making it go super fast, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go 100% speed the entire way. So here we go, some nice Vigoroths as the moving company, Fuji. And let's go up and change the time. It is currently 9:42 p.m. here in New Jersey. And any day now. 6, 9, then we gotta stop it around there. That's good. And there we go. And now we can leave our house. The beginning of this game is a little slow. Not as slow as other games. For example, Pokemon Platinum, it's like it feels like an eternity. The Sinnoh games feels like an eternity at the beginning. You're running, you're going, text is moving slow, you're running back and forth. You go to the town, you come back to your hometown. It's really redundant. This game's more concise than that, and so we're gonna have to go to Professor Birch's house. And here we go. And this must be Professor Birch's wife. I just realized that after all my years of playing. I always just thought of her as May's mother. I just realized that's Professor Birch's wife. And ooh, a Pokeball. Let's talk to it. Oh, there's May, our rival / friend. And I'm not that big a fan of May. I think Gary obviously is an awesome rival. I think Silver from the Johto games is a really cool rival. Never that big a fan of May, or Barry, for that matter. And if I really want to keep going, I don't like Sharon or Bianca, but that is too far on. And there's Professor Birch getting chased by a Zigzagoon. And here we go, the exciting part. We get to choose our starter. I have way too tough of a time picking the starter in a Nuzlocke. Actually all games I have a tough time. So I'm going to do it based off my trainer ID. If it ends in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, or 3, I get the Pokemon on the left, 4, 5, 6, the middle, 7, 8, 9, the right, and 0, I pick myself. I hope it doesn't come to that. Alright, those are the starters. Oh my gosh. I forgot to check my trainer ID. Alright, well, I guess I'm picking myself. I'm not that big of a fan of the grass types in this game. So I'm gonna go with Trico. I think the grass types in this game are pretty lackluster. Except Lotad. And Seedot. Dang it, now I regret my decision, but you know what, I'm just gonna stick with Trico. Trico is a very powerful Pokemon. with its pound powers. And we easily defeat the Zigzagoon. And I've played Ruby and Sapphire, and I've played Omega Ruby, and I believe Emerald is the best out of all 5 of those games. That's my opinion. But I just think it's the most well-made, and I think it's the best combination of challenge and fun. I remember Omega Ruby, you just, like, get Latios and Ladia, or one of the two, for just, like, no reason. I never understood why. It's kind of weird. But here we go, the nicknaming part. What should my nickname for Trico be? Let's go... Let's see, Sceptile is really powerful and I think fast. So we'll name this thing Bruce for Bruce Lee, like a ninja. And yeah, that will be our starter. Bruce the Trico. And so now we have to go see May. And seeing May is code for battling May. So the Nuzlocke does not officially start in my mind until you get Pokeballs. So if I were to lose this battle, I would keep at it because the Nuzlocke, as I said, doesn't start. Does this guy give you a potion? No. I don't think it really starts till you get Pokeballs. And a level 2 Wurmple. Oh. I thought it was going to be a level 2 Wurmple. But I'm still going to try to level up to level 6 before I get to her. Mainly because I don't want to have to lose to her Torchic, who is pretty strong. Pretty good physical attack. And you know what? I should check out the nature of my Trico, even though I don't really remember them. Even though I don't really remember what each nature is, I could maybe figure it out. Brave nature. Brave nature. Let me try to think. What is brave nature? Is that plus? I think that's plus 1 defense and minus another defense. So I guess that's good. I mean, I'm not that big a fan of ones that plus or minus defense. I think defense is rather important. Alright, I just looked it up. It's plus attack minus speed. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think his speed is very important to me. And since this is Gen 3, no grass move is physical attack, so... I don't know, I think that kind of nerfs my Trico a little bit, but you know what? I don't let nature affect me too much, because, you know, it's really not that big of a change. So, let's level up our Trico to level 6, and heal up for that. And, yeah. So, as I said, the pregame to this game really isn't that long. After you defeat May, you go back to Professor Birch's lab, and that's the last thing you have to do. So pretty quick. We could probably get this all done in 12-13 minutes. So that's pretty good. I think Platinum, I think I timed it. I think it's like 20 minutes or something of just slow walking and then going back and forth and back, and the text moves slow in that game. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's my second favorite game of the series, obviously behind the Kanto games. But it is a very slow game. People are right about that. And let's defeat this Wurmple to get to level 6 and take on May. And it's still gonna string shot us. That's kind of annoying. Hang in there, Bruce. It's just a level 2 Wurmple. Ah, I was about to say a critical hit would help. And you got a critical hit, so thank you. And we got to level 6. So Bruce is ready for Torchic. Oh, he got Absorb. I didn't know he learned it at level 6. I haven't played Emerald in a little bit, so I'm a little fuzzy about stuff, but I do know most things just based off memory, because I have played this game a lot, just not that recently. I do know that it is very tough. That I know. That I remember. I remember Nuzlocke in this game was always frustrating, but you know what? I like a good challenge. And we're just going to skip that Wingle. Keep going. And I see May, and we're fighting another Pokemon, Poochyena. That reminds me, in the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, you can catch a Poochyena that has one of the elemental fangs, which is awesome. I thought that was really cool, because I always liked Poochyena and Mightyena, but I always thought they were bad. But without further ado, let's fight our rival for the first time. She will, obviously, if you've ever played Pokemon before, you'd know that she has... And sorry about that. Here we go. Let's take on May and her Torchic. That's all she has. Obviously, we're going to go for Pound, because Absorb with Stab is 30, then Halved is 15. No reason. And plus we're plus attack. So that will be nice. Our normal moves will be good with our nature. Bad thing is our grass moves will not be good. I mean, they're not worsened, they're just not as good. I would be mad if this was a modest nature or adamant. I forget which one is plus attack minus special attack. But if he was plus attack minus special attack, I'd be pretty mad. Minus speed, I don't think speed's that important. I think if you're so bad that you can't take a hit or knock someone out in one hit, then you don't deserve to be on my team. That's just how it is. And here's May. That was an easy battle. Usually the first battles are easy, and you usually get a potion beforehand, like I did, for free. In fact, I believe every game you can get a potion before the rival battle. Except Sinnoh, now that I think about it. I've lost the Sinnoh battle multiple times. And the Pokédex, which means we'll be getting our Pokeball soon, which means the Nuzlocke is going to start very soon. And there we go. The Nuzlocke has commenced. 12:25 in to the Nuzlocke, and we have Pokeballs. Or 12:25 into the video, and we have our Nuzlocke started. Here we go. Oh, and we get our running shoes now. Man, what a great 30 seconds. We get the Pokédex, Pokeballs, and running shoes. So, I heard this rumor type thing that after you get your Pokeballs in this game, like the set encounter is a level 2 Wurmple. I mean, every time I've found a level 2 Wurmple as my first encounter. So, I mean, this doesn't mean it's true. It could just mean there's like a 99% chance, but it doesn't mean it's true. But that's what I found. I found that every single first encounter after you get your Pokeballs is a Wurmple, which doesn't really matter, I guess, unless you're doing a Nuzlocke like me. So Wurmple is our first encounter in the Nuzlocke, and hopefully we can catch it. I'll be shocked if we can't. And yeah, Cascoon's pretty, Dustox is cool, Beautifly is cool. I think Dustox would be better because I think of Beautifly as more of a grass type because it learns a lot of grass moves, so Dustox would be cool. Give a nickname to the captured Wurmple. You know what? I'm gonna name it Wormy. There is this SpongeBob episode where Sandy asks SpongeBob to look over her dome while she's gone, and in the dome are animals or creatures that Sandy wants him to look over. And one of them is what they think is a worm, and it becomes a butterfly, and they're freaked out about it, but they call this worm Wormy, and so that's where Wormy comes from. So yeah, a decent amount of thought behind that nickname. And what was this route? This was Route 101. Good. Oldale Town, I don't believe there are any possible encounters. And Route 103. Who's on counter here? A Wingle would be cool. I know there's Wingle in this grass. A Poochyena would be cool. And we got a Poochyena. And let's just weaken it down a little bit. And it's in the red, so we should catch it. And yeah, let's go for it. And I am playing with the dupes clause, meaning now that I caught a Poochyena, I cannot catch another Poochyena or a Mightyena, its evolution, at all in this entire game. So if he were to die in the first battle I use him, I can never use him again. And so I have 2 dogs, one of which is a boy, one of which is a girl. And usually when I catch a dog Pokemon like Poochyena, Growlithe, I name them after whatever gender they are. So this dog is a female. I will name her Olympia. And that is Olympia. Oh, and let's check their natures. I can pull up the nature chart on my phone. And let's see Wormies and Olympia's. Wormies is Rash, which is plus special attack minus special defense. That will be interesting, whoever I get. I think how it works is the time of day you catch him indicates which one you'll get. In this case, I caught him at night, so I think I'll get Cascoon and Dustox. Dustox learns some psychic moves, so that'd be cool. And Olympia is relaxed. Relaxed nature is plus defense minus speed. That's not that bad because I want my Mightyena to last a long time. And so I would rather that it has good defenses so it can last a long time rather than just outspeeding some things because it's not that fast. And so we're just going to catch our Route 102 encounter and then call it a video. Right, this is Route 102, correct, it is, cool. I'm kind of hoping it's a Zigzagoon because I want an HM Slave. Oh, it's a Lotad, that's interesting. Ludicolo is most definitely my favorite Gen 3 guy, my favorite Hoenn guy. So to find him, that makes me happy because I don't think there are that many places where you can find these things. And in my opinion, it's always better to find a Pokemon early on than it is later on. Like, I'd rather find a Lotad now than like a Lombre at like the 5th gym. And I'm gonna try to catch this thing. So as I was picking Trico, I remembered that Lotad, I forgot about Lotad and C-Dot. So I immediately regretted it. So now I kind of wish I caught Torchic, or I used Torchic, but you know, Trico's good too. And this is obvious if you ever played Pokemon Coliseum. A character in it, one of the main bad guys, Mirror B, has dancing Ludicolos in that game, and they're hilarious. And that's one reason I love Ludicolo. And let's see, nature, mild. Mild nature. Plus special attack minus defense. That's pretty cool. So now this thing's gonna be powerful. The downside about, well, grass type in general is that it's a pretty bad type in this game. And generations before Gen 4. Your physical grass type attackers, which are few, are basically useless. And the grass type moves are just not very good. Needle Arm is good, Razor Leaf is good, and what's that move that Grovyle learns? Leaf Blade is good. Other than that, like, Giga Drain has decent power, but 5 PP. It's like all the other grass moves aren't good. And on that negative note, we're going to end off the video of my first episode on my new YouTube series, my new YouTube channel. And so yeah, So stay tuned for more, and I should post regularly. I'm gonna do other stuff than Pokemon. I just haven't decided exactly what yet. I'm thinking FIFA. And I think I might start a Fire Red series, but it's gonna be a lot different than this one. So yeah, I'll see you next time on my Munching Blue to Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. See you then.